Imagine standing at the edge of a forest. Ancient pine trees, bird song, the smell of damp earth. Now look behind you. There's nothing but sand. Not a beach, not a riverbank, a desert. A wall of white sand dunes, taller than a 4-story building, creeping silently toward the trees. Welcome to Słowiński National Park in northern Poland, where one of the most surreal geological battles on Earth has been playing out for thousands of years. Słowiński sits on the Baltic coast of Poland, and at first glance, it looks like a mistake, like someone accidentally copy-pasted the Sahara into Scandinavia. These are called moving dunes, and they are exactly what they sound like. Some of these sand mountains stand 30 meters tall, and they migrate inland at a rate of 3 to 10 meters every single year. That doesn't sound like much, until you realize these dunes have been eating entire forests alive, and have been doing so for centuries. Here's how it works. Wind comes off the Baltic Sea, carrying grains of sand. Those grains pile up. The pile gets heavier, taller, more powerful. And then gravity and wind do what they always do. They push it forward. If you hike into Słowiński at the right time of year, you'll find something that feels like a fever dream. Dead trees, perfectly preserved, still standing upright, emerging from the sand on the other side of the dune. This is what scientists call a ghost forest. These trees were buried alive, sometimes for over 100 years. The sand suffocated them, killed them. And then, as the dune slowly passed overhead and kept moving, it uncovered them again, like a sand wave breaking on a shore that doesn't exist. You're looking at trees that died while standing in a forest. Now they stand in an open desert, bleached white by time. It's one of the eeriest sights in all of Europe. But here's where the story flips. Because while the dunes are marching into the forest on one side, the forest is quietly marching back on the other. As a dune passes, it leaves bare sand in its wake. And nature does what nature always does. It starts filling the gap. Grasses arrive first, then shrubs, then pioneer trees, birch, pine, willow, slowly stitching themselves into the raw sand. What was desert becomes scrubland. What was scrubland becomes forest. In a few hundred years, you'd never know the dune had even been there. This is what ecologists call succession. The slow, patient reclamation of land by life. The forest doesn't fight the desert in a single dramatic moment. It just keeps showing up, year after year, seed after seed. And over centuries, it wins. Słowiński isn't unique. Similar phenomena happen in the Landes region of France, in coastal Oregon, in the Namib Desert, where ancient dead trees have stood in dried riverbeds for over 1,000 years, preserved by the very aridity that killed them. Dunes migrate, forests pursue, deserts retreat, then advance again. These aren't disasters, they're cycles, written in sand and root and time, playing out across timescales that make human history look like a single afternoon. And there's something genuinely humbling about that. We build walls to stop nature. Nature builds dunes. We plant forests. The dunes swallow them whole. And then, quietly, without permission, the forest grows back.